Hey, we're doing the lab on shame, and I'm going to be demonstrating the wish for technique.
And the scenario will be me struggling with public speaking, feeling some shame and rejection. And yes.
Yeah, all right, we're going to get into it.
Scene.
All right, hi Orlando. Why don't we talk a little bit about what's going on today? What brings you here?
I actually have an upcoming presentation for class, and that's just been creating a lot of anxiety and fear in me because I hate public speaking.
Okay. Are you okay if we talk a little bit more about that today?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So you have some anxiety and fear around public speaking. What does that feel like for you?
I guess I feel it like in my stomach, like there's a pit, but I also feel it in my throat. And sometimes when in the past when I've done public speaking, my mouth gets so dry.
Yeah.
And then my brain goes blank, and I feel so stupid.
Okay. Do you know when this fear started? Like, what's the earliest memory you have of this feeling?
I think I've always struggled with public speaking, and I would probably say that my earliest memory was probably in elementary school. And on the first day of class, introduce yourself to your classmates and stuff like that. And I always struggled with that. It always created so much leading up to school starting, it always created so much anxiety for me.
Yeah.
So anytime when we would have presentations, I just would struggle.
Yeah, I think that's super valid. And it seems like it started young and it's been going on for a long time now. And so it's kind of been building this whole time. And yeah, it makes sense as to why you'd be nervous again with this coming up. I wanted to do a little technique today, if that's okay. Because I'm hearing that, you've got a lot going on, you feel kind of ashamed, you're feeling shame a little bit in your body, you mentioned in your throat and your chest. And I want to walk back through some memories. So we're going to do it in a couple different parts. So for the first part, I'm going to have you close your eyes, I'll walk you through it, and then we'll go from there. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay. So I want you to think of that memory, the first time you really felt that shame when you were a kid, when you were public speaking. So I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. Think about that. What did you feel in your body when you were thinking about that moment?
In my body, I just felt it being so heavy. My chest felt so heavy.
Yeah.
Like if there was something on me and kind of weighing me down.
What are some thoughts that were going through your head as you were experiencing that?
I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here. I just wanted to run.
Okay, you wanted to run. You wanted to kind of escape from the situation.
Yeah, kind of withdraw.
And what did you feel like the people around you were thinking or saying about you?
They were making fun of me. They were thinking oh, he can't do it, or he's stupid, or just things like that. He can't do it. Kind of just making me into a joke.
Yeah. No, for sure. And that would definitely put a lot of burden on you, especially when you're already nervous going up to do something. If you want to open your eyes, come back to me a little bit. I want to transition. We kind of looked at a negative, pretty heavy memory. And I wanted to thank you for sharing that with me because I know that that's hard, especially kind of bringing something like that up. Now we'll go ahead and do something a little lighter. I want to kind of look at that memory, but in a more positive way. And we can't just jump straight into that, right? So I want you to think of a time where you got up and you spoke in front of someone. Maybe it was just your aunts at the Christmas party and you guys did a little performance or something like that. A time where you did some public speaking, but it went really well. Everyone was really receptive. You felt really good at the end. So if you want to close your eyes and kind of think of a memory, do you have one in mind?
Yeah.
Okay.
The memory is me. I think it was in my college years, and we were doing public speaking with a group, and I went up with my group, and some of my group members were kind of also shy with public speaking and didn't really want to start. So I started, and then they took over, and then I saw them struggling, so I kind of jumped in and assisted them. And it was a good experience because afterwards I was kind of taken back of did that because I never thought I would be able to do that. And my professor was also saying like, oh, good job.
Yeah. So what were some things that you were feeling in your body as you remember that positive emotion?
I mean, it made me feel like courageous, but also like accomplished and like proud of myself.
Yeah. And what do you think the people around you were thinking when you did that?
I think they were also thinking like, I don't know, my thoughts for that are still kind of similar in the sense of like, they were waiting for me to like make a mistake so they could make fun of me. But then I guess in the moment I didn't really care because I just wanted to get the presentation over with.
Yeah, you wanted to kind of help them through it.
Yeah, like my classmates, my team, yes.
Yeah. And you really stepped up for them, and that's really cool. That sounds like a great memory. Okay, if you want to kind of open your eyes and come back. So now that you felt, kind of both outcomes, I want to do something where we kind of look at like rewiring neural pathways. And what we're going to do is we're going to remember that first negative memory, but we're going to keep in mind this new memory. And I want you to imagine a different outcome. So in that first childhood memory of public speaking, when you felt really embarrassed and maybe people were making fun of you, I want you to imagine a different ending. So, and that can look however you would like it to. Maybe you run out, maybe you nail it, maybe you tell everyone you're nervous and the nerves go away. That's whatever you're comfortable with. But remember that feeling of getting up there for your classmates and really stepping up, and you felt really courageous. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to walk through that. And then go ahead and you can verbally kind of walk through that memory, but with a different ending.
Okay, so I'm in 4th grade. It's the first week of class where everybody's introducing themselves, and then my turn's coming up. And I typically would just sit in my chair and just like speak from there, but I stand up and I talk about, what I did over summer break. I talk about my favorite color, and I talk about my pets and what I like to do for fun.
Yeah.
And also like my name, of course. And one of my classmates asked, oh, like, what are your dogs' names and what kind are they? And I like talk to them about my dogs and stuff like that. And then somebody else mentions like, oh, I have a dog named Pepper too. And I go and ask, I'm like, oh, what kind of dog is it? And then I was able to like build like a connection with them, even though I was like talking in front of the class, like they were asking me questions and I was able to answer them and not feel like ashamed or embarrassed. And it made me feel proud because I was like, oh, like now I have stuff in common with my classmates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they know a little about me and I know a little bit about them.
Where do you kind of feel it in your body now that you've imagined it'll be a little different?
I feel it like in my feet, like I'm more planted on the ground.
Yeah, like a little more firm. How do you feel now that you've been a little more courageous in that instance?
I felt good about myself. I felt very like proud of myself.
Yeah, and you should be proud of yourself, for sure. All right, go ahead and kind of come back to me. How do you feel after doing that exercise?
I felt good.
Yeah.
I feel more present instead of like in my head. Yeah.
How do you think you're going to take that idea into this upcoming instance where you're a little nervous about it?
I think I'm gonna just remind myself like, hey, it's okay if I make mistakes, and it's okay if I have like little hiccups, and if people like think if people think stuff about me, I'm not gonna take that too hard. Yeah. And I guess probably also just think about like that positive memory that I had where I was there for my teammates and stuff like that. Yeah. It kind of draw like energy from there to like use. Yeah, absolutely. That positive memory is a really good anchor for you. Kind of reminding you you've done it really well once and that you can do it again. And other people's opinions don't matter. When you were walking through that rewired memory, you didn't mention at all what anyone was saying about you. You mentioned only what you were feeling. And naturally, that's the only thing that matters, is how you feel in that moment. So I really appreciate you taking the time to kind of look at those with me. You did a wonderful job, and we'll go ahead and talk about it more in future sessions. Thank you so much.
Yeah.